Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Cassandra. I am the witch, the spiritualist, the founder and creator of Magic of Eden. I am also a published author, writer, and poet, here to help you reclaim your divinity through merging the arts of poetry and magic. If you guys are returning, hey fam, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am always excited and honored to be in your love, in your high vibes, and in your presence respectfully. And I want to jump right into this by starting off with a quick prayer. Divine, thank you so much for being in our lives and for being a part of us and protecting us as we embark on this journey called life. Thank you so much for being with us and always being present, and also sending our guides, our angels, our ancestors, beings of light, benevolent beings who want the best for our highest and our greatest good to protect us as we maneuver out this reality. I ask that you please protect us as we go about this change and as we embrace who we are. And I also ask for guidance and clarity as we do this reading here and now. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the vessel that speaks for Scorpio and that speaks to Scorpio for whatever stage in their life that they are in at this moment. And I set the intention that Scorpio takes what they need and then they discard what is not needed. Ashe, Asheo. Also, you guys, real quick, I want to say that I have a big family now, and so you may hear some loud noises in the background. I do have 4 children now and a cat, and yes, so anyways. Also, this candle here is making a lot of buzzing noises. This candle really loves to talk. This candle actually out-talks me, so you may hear it in the background as well. Scorpio. Now, one of the most cliche things that I will ever say to you is that I heard sexual energy and I heard healing through sexual energy when I was shuffling your cards. Now, this is super cliche. Forgive me for being and for sounding so cliche. It's just that I cannot help but feel like there is some type of release that is needed and some type of embracing that is needed, and also you showing a part of yourself that you are not used to showing to the outside world. For some of you, this looks like embracing more of your sexual side and exploring that more, and also not only diving deeper into that, but also expressing that sometimes in subtle ways. For some of you, or for others of you, this may be you doing that in a very bold way, actually. So that's definitely something that is coming through for you right now. And I want to just say that for some of you guys, you may present yourself to be someone that is very more conservative or reserved, and for whatever reason I'm hearing the word raunchy. You may want to start embracing the more raunchy side of yourself, if that makes sense. And for some of you guys, I again just see you healing through sexual means. There's this embracing of the shadow aspect. There's this embracing the sexual energy, because the sexual energy can be very tantric. And I'm definitely picking up on some alchemy here. I'm picking up on this transcendental type of sex, and it really just feels healing. I'm also hearing fire Reiki. There's something about physical touch, something about spicy and spicing it up. There's something about releasing through orgasm and healing and manifesting through sex magic. So these are all different elements that I'm hearing for you, or different words and phrases that I'm hearing for you. And this is just the overall vibe. Now, on a more, let's just say, not so sexual side, this feels like spirit is guiding you to embracing and showing the less piercing side of yourself, and you in a way letting some of your guard down, because you may be someone who feels like they have to maneuver themselves in a certain way because people just don't get it, and you really don't want to feel, I don't know why the word coming through right now is expendable, but you may want to remember that you are not someone who is truly expendable. That's just how people view you. And also, you are not someone who is weak. That's just some type of thing that you've made up in your head based off of your circumstances and or the people that you had surrounding you at this point. For others of you, it's just simply you feel like you have to be a certain way because simply people just will not get it. Like, they think they know, but they really don't know. It's like they only know what you show them, and you're like that for a very strategic reason. And Spirit is saying that you no longer have to be this way. Open up, come out, and share with the world who you actually are. For some of you guys, if you're Scorpio listening to this, you're being called to let go of something. There was something that someone did to you and you took it the wrong way and you flew with that, and then it caused a breakup of a friendship or a breakup of a dynamic. And Spirit is saying to retrace your steps, go back and figure out why you were so offended, and see if that person was really trying to help you, hinder you, or actually hate on you. There's something that you are misperceiving, and you want to go back and you want to check that. For others of you, you may be on the other end of that. Someone may have done this to you, and you may have tried to help someone, or you may have said something to someone and they took it the wrong way, and then they started to hold a grudge against you, but that's because that's where they were at in life. Now, that is super interesting because we are 6 minutes into your reading and we have not pulled any cards yet. And yes, so we're going to go ahead and continue. All right, Spirit, what do you have for Scorpio right now? What do you have for Scorpio? I'm picking up on Kink. Like on Kink, there's, for some of you guys, sorry about that, you guys. For some of you guys, I don't know why every time I feel like I do a reading for Scorpio, the sun is like going down or it's getting dark. What is up with that? What is up with that? That is crazy. It seems like it always happens this way. I don't know. I heard something about kink and like a hidden sexual desire that you're afraid to come out with because you're afraid of being judged. You don't have to tell everybody everything. And it's okay to have some desires that you don't share out loud, by the way. Scorpio, it feels like you're always, it feels like you're always going through some type of transformation. It feels like you're always going through some type of, like, under so much pressure. Some of you guys may have had to, like, move out of state. How is that working for you? If you had to move out of state, what's the market like? Are you are you going after your dreams? Do you feel limited? Do you feel prohibited? Like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel like you're being productive? Do you feel like you're resting? How's your health going? How's your mental health? How's your emotional health? What is the life update? Like, do you want to share with me down in the comments? What's going on? I don't know why I just heard someone say, I just don't know anymore. Really, I just don't know. Like, things are weird now in the world. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't have the motivation to do it. Take your time, sweetheart. Take your time. Take your time. That is what I'm feeling for you right now. It's just to take your time. I just felt the need to, like, ask those questions for whatever reason. I don't know why I feel like I just want to ask you, because it just kind of feels like you may be one of those people where people don't really check on a lot, or people just assume that you're okay and you're like, damn, like, can you guys just see how I'm doing? Like, I know that I appear to have it all together, but it wouldn't hurt for someone to be loving and caring and nurturing and as understanding as I am. Like, come on, like, you know what I mean? I do feel that some of you guys are all over the place, especially by the way that these tarot cards are falling out. I feel like some of you guys do need... Dude, how's your sex life? Are you okay? Are you fulfilled sexually? Like, what's going on? Like, do you need some toys or what? I don't know why I feel the need. Also, this video was not for kids. So if you're a child listening to this, get yourself out of here. This is not for you. If you are not a mature audience, this is not for you. Also, I just want to let those listeners know right now that this is purely for entertainment purposes only. This is not meant to be taken literal. You take it how you wish. You take it how you want. I just heard the word repressed. I have repressed feelings and I have repressed emotions. This is the reason why you feel like you need some type of release. There definitely is a release that is needed. So this is what Spirit is telling me to tell you. So there is an emphasis on you allowing yourself to release through orgasm, the big O, and the reason is because there's maybe some things that you feel that you just simply cannot say. You may feel like there are some things that you may not be able to articulate linguistically, and the best way for some of you guys to get it out is through the act of sex. But I need to filter out how I'm saying this because I don't want YouTube to like flag me or anything like that. But moving forward, it almost kind of feels like there's some things that you just have to shake. It's just this feeling that you have where you want to move this energy and you want to move something within you, but it's stuck. It feels stagnant. It feels just limited. It feels very limiting. And you may be someone who feels like they just need some type of release in order to maneuver through the energy, in order to reach a breakthrough, to make things happen. Now, the cards that you have here, it looks like you have the Eight of Wands here, something definitely happening fast. You have one card face down. You do have the Empress card, which is in reverse. You also have what looks like the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely a sexy reading. The Queen of Cups. I love that. Wow, actually. You have the Two of Wands here. You have the Knave of Pentacles, and then you have the Moon here. You have the Lover. No, that's not the Lovers. You have the Emperor here. You have the Ace of Wands here. And you also have what looks like the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it really feels like with this reading, it just almost kind of feels like to me that there is this like direction of energy or this energy where you want to just kind of shoot it out, but you're having a hard time shooting it out, if that makes sense. I don't know why I keep picking up on it feels like a lot of extra tension here. I do feel for whatever, I just heard the word counsel, almost kind of like you need someone to talk to. If you need someone to talk to, do not be afraid to reach out. But for whatever reason, I definitely am picking up on a lot of actual healing here. Yeah, with this Empress card in reverse here, I do really feel like this feels like a major disconnection. And I feel like some of you guys are not revealing your true self. I cannot help but feel that. Maybe you're in a part of your career where you feel like you're not fully yourself, or you feel like you can't be full of who you are. And if that is the case for you, Spirit is asking you to walk away. If you cannot unfold every aspect of yourself in this thing, this is a no for you. If it's not a hell yes, it's a fuck no. And that's the way the vibe is coming off here. I really do feel that you're in a space where you do need some emotional support. And I also do feel like release through emotions, through dance, through X, if you know what I mean, eggs, through eggs rule energy. I also do feel like this feels very fast paced. I don't know why, but I just have this feeling of like, I don't know, I just keep wanting to repeat myself through actual energy. Like I just can't help but feel, but this feels kind of rough. It feels very kinky. It feels very fulfilling. It feels very forbidden. It feels very enlightening. And I feel like you actively engaging in that aspect of your life is going to help you embrace parts of yourself more and be more confident in ways and in areas in which you lacked the most confidence. And I do feel that you're entering a space in your life where Spirit is asking you to be more vocal about your feelings, what you think, how you feel, your emotions, and all of those different elements. And I do feel that there's something about Lilith coming through. Research who Lilith was. She was Adam's first wife, and she was not someone who was just simply willing to conform to him because he was a man. She believed in being in her sexual energy, embracing that aspect of her, but also leading and seeking truth through who she was. And she was not afraid to be called these different types of names because she knew that they did not define her, but that she would also draw power from these things. So I do see that some of you guys are reclaiming your authority and going from submissive into being more dominant. For whatever reason, even though this reading is for Scorpio, I do feel a need to combine kink with dominance and submissives to this as well. And for whatever reason, I really do see you moving into a space where you are becoming more dominating, but not even in a way that's rough or forced. You're dominating in a way that is more nurturing, more soft, and more passive. And you're stepping into this divine feminine essence. Even though the high priestess is not here, I do see the energy of the high priestess being present. And I do feel like you're awakening to that different aspect. Now, here we also do have the Hermit card in reverse here. I do feel that you are emerging and you are showing up and you are actually sharing and stepping into who you know that you are without question. I do feel that the more that you embrace this actual side of yourself, the more that you start to build this confidence. I feel Spirit is asking you right now to remember who you are. You are a boss. You are a boss, okay? You're not bossy, you're the boss. And I just want to speak that over you because I 100% can feel that. I also do feel that for whatever reason, Spirit is asking you to remember the things that you're passionate about and to really dive deep and to really allow those things to emerge. I do feel that some of you guys have been dimming your light because you may feel that the world just isn't the way that it used to be. And in a sense, some of you guys are feeling misplaced, and or some of you guys don't really feel as though you're reaping the benefit of what you're putting out. I feel like that was something that was kind of like what was going on with Taurus. Go to talk to Taurus. I feel like you guys can kind of link up and just kind of let some things out, let some things off, let out some steam, go on a friend's date, whatever. I feel that for you 100%. I do feel also that Spirit is asking you to take this time to also slow down. You may be used to things coming very easily or very fast to you. Spirit is saying that allow this time for you to kind of slow things down, and you don't have to go so hard. Allow yourself to embrace this more soft, this more flowing, this more loving energy. Spirit is asking you to come up from the depths and come up for fresh air, because you've been down under for so long. It's time for you to open up a bit more. I feel like now is definitely the time for you to not be so harshly critical of yourselves or others. But I also do think that with this Hermit card here, it's almost kind of bringing me to the energy of I am enough. That's the card. Those are the words that are coming through with this card. I am enough. I don't need to be more than what I actually am. In fact, what I am and who I am is enough because I am in perfect sync with the universe. And I express this through my actual energy. And I also feel that that you diving into this actual energy is going to lead you to more creativity. So I'm feeling sacral chakra energy here. I 100% do feel that. I'm also feeling the heart chakra energy. I do feel that with this Emperor card here, this is 100% you taking charge again and you remembering who the fuck you are. I really cannot shake that. Remember who the fuck you are. You are not defined by your emotions. You feel them. You are not your feelings or your emotions. You feel them, and you develop these feelings based off of evidence as to what happened in your reality. You are also not defined for that. What I'm hearing Spirit say is that now is the time for you to use, construct, to build, and to actually channel this energy. For some of you, this is actively engaging in the actual energy. For some of you guys, this is transmuting that energy and withholding it so that you can build that up. And then once you do finally release, you can use that release and send your intentions out to the universe in order to receive this thing. I really do feel 100% that some of you guys are in a space where you are just you're actively in this space of exploration. And also with the Two of Wands here, there's definitely some things that you see happening, or there's maybe some things that you want to see happening happen. I heard the word blindfold earlier, so it's almost kind of like you're maneuvering with this blindfold on, and Spirit says that's where the excitement is. So for those of you guys that are into kink and BDSM and things like that, you may want to look into being blindfolded. There's an energy where when you're blindfolded, you have to be completely trusting of yourself to receive and to be able to withstand whatever it is coming at you. And most of the time, the fear that you make is just in your head anyway. So there's a very strong significance of that. You may find yourself psyching out of certain things because you're creating these scenarios that you absolutely have no control over. There's no need for you to create these scenarios in your mind to try to prepare you for something, because all you're doing is getting or luring yourself into something that doesn't even exist. I'm hearing something about a mirage. It's almost kind of like you're headed towards this mirage, but it doesn't exist. It's just a result of your mind after being so exhausted. So I really do hear and feel that for some of you guys, I'm getting another download here. I'm hearing something about embracing the void. And I also just heard like the vertex point. Check the vertex point in your chart. Some of you guys are in these fated encounters where it's helping lead you more towards liberation. The people that are around you, you may have been with someone in your life that was just very limiting, very pessimistic, and just irresponsible, and these were destined encounters to help you see the things that you will no longer accept and where you're moving away from and what you won't accept moving forward in the future. Spirit, is there anything else in the tarot deck that you want to show us right now? Sexual energy is healing energy, by the way. That's what Spirit is saying to you right now. Sexual energy is healing energy. Look at this. You also have the Star card in reverse here. This is bringing me to you reconnecting with your most authentic self. I really do feel that a part of you needs to be seen in the world that you haven't been wanting to show. I really do feel like Spirit is letting you know that it's time for you to start coming out with that. There definitely is a disconnect here. I do feel that Spirit is asking you to go. I just heard the word sacred pool. I'm also hearing the word beauty. There's so much beauty. Oh my goodness. I love that. Wow. What did we say about no longer accepting certain things? You have the Four of Cups here. Uninterested. I don't want this anymore. I'm moving away from that. And then you do have the World card here. I really do feel that this card is bringing me to emergence. This feels like emergence. I do think that for you, Scorpio, you're starting to emerge in the world, but you're embracing this energy that is just so sexy, so vibrant, so fun, so loving, so soft, and so alluring. And I'm hearing Spirit say for you to change your scent or change the perfume, and you may want to start buying perfumes that just go more with your natural scents. I'm also hearing something about pheromones. I'm hearing cinnamon and magnolia. I've never smelled those together, and I don't ever really plan on it, but those are just some notes. There's a signature note of magnolia that you want to look into. For some of you, it's jasmine. For others, it's orange. For others, it's like bergamot. You know, pick your pick. You know what I mean? Pick your pick. Whatever. Pick your pick. So with this World card, it really does feel that you guys are coming out and emerging. I really cannot shake that. Now, the interesting thing about the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups here that you have is that you have one that's very fiery and you have one that's very watery. So this makes someone who is so deeply intuitive and emotionally intelligent that the other person that they're around cannot help but to fall to their knees. This feels like someone is just like, I'm so in love with you. You light me up and you heal me at the same time. Scorpio, you can set fire to water and make it boil, and you can turn water into fire. How the hell is that possible? It isn't possible, but for you it is. And we're going to go with that. So I do feel, I just heard the word hot spring. It's like a hot tub or like a hot spring where you expect for this water to be super cold, but it's like, no, baby, when you get in this water, it's going to be hot. It's going to be warm. It's going to light you up. It's going to clean you. It's going to cleanse you. But you cannot help but feel like you want to stay submerged in this water. Like, come and go swimming with me. Like, I don't want to get too explicit here because it's YouTube, but you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Okay, so anyways, with the Queen of Wands here and with the Queen of Cups here, she feels more than she says, and she can sense a lot more of this energy, can sense more about people and about things than what people may expect, but that's their superpower. I can feel, I can see, and I can express things in a certain way that can be very persuasive in ways that other people cannot. And that's my charm. And that's how I manifest. And I'm okay with that. So there's that energy. And I'm super, super, super here for it. I want to go back to this again and state that with the Queen of Wands, there's a sense of secrecy and sexiness and vibrancy that is very healing and that makes people comfortable with even being themselves. I do feel that you may be someone who is an influencer that does work where you're uplifting the divine feminine and out in the world, and this is something that is 100% needed in this time right now and moving forward. So thank you for your work and for whatever it is you're doing to help us out, because we need it, right? And you're not only doing it for us, but you're doing it for you, and I love that because that's super awesome. Sorry about that, Scorpio. My battery was dying and I had to change that. So moving forward, if you are someone who is not an influencer just yet, you definitely can expect yourself to show up in the world in a way where you can help the divine feminine heal. And not only that, you are here to help the world embrace the shadow aspect of their actual desires in order to prevent suffering out in the world. I do feel that you are someone who believes that the body is art. I rock with you on that. And speaking of art, I do feel that you are being called to start to share more art with the world. I don't know why I'm hearing like a nudist, like this is bringing me the nudist vibes for some people. There's something about nudity and how beautiful nudity is, no matter what body type they have, whether they're top heavy, bottom heavy, slim thick, skinny, round, or whatever, like whatever the shape is, no matter what the skin looks like. There's something about celebrating all body types and celebrating the skin, because the skin itself is art and the human form is art. Okay, there's something very specific about that. Moving forward, we have generosity here. Okay, we also have courage. Oh my gosh, you guys, freedom to be yourself. Like I said, I knew I was not tripping out. Freedom to be yourself. I love that. Dreams of repressed lust. Like I said, dreams of repressed lust. I feel that. There's a repressed energy that I'm sensing here, 100%. For better and for worse. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And then we also have the road to regret or remorse. Okay, we're going to move that here. And then the last few cards, we have deceits. Okay, and we have message. And then we also have letting go. Like I told you guys, remember when I said letting go? I swear I felt that. Not even playing. We said that at the very beginning of this reading. For some of you guys, if you are holding on to something, this is definitely a time where you want to practice letting that go. Let me move this. There you go. And move these up. That way I can see a little bit more. Excuse my ring light, you guys. Okay. So with the cards that came out here, I feel like with the freedom to be yourself, this is definitely the energy where just no matter who's watching, no matter who wants to judge you, at the end of the day, this is you 100% just embracing all that you are regardless, and you just owning that. You have the sun here. Also, the sun here is either conjunct Scorpio, or this basically means that the sun is in Scorpio. I believe the sun may be conjunct Scorpio. But anyways, so basically, I really do feel that if you are, this is so amazing, right? Like how ironic it is that you actually got a sun and you got a Scorpio card here. Like Scorpio, I just feel that with Scorpionic energy, it's so deeply intense and it's just so beautiful. My descendant is Scorpio, so I tend to be drawn to people that are very alluring and very, very intense. So that's just my vibe, especially with me being a Capricorn sun. I'm all about that intensity. Like, let's go. And I also have my Pluto in Scorpio too, so I am all about the intensity. Oh, and my Jupiter's also in Scorpio, 7th house. Anyways, it's not about me. We're gonna go ahead and continue. And then dreams of repressed lust. You know what? At the end of the day, don't limit yourself because you don't want people knowing shit. Like, if you don't want people to know things, that's cool. But don't limit yourself out of fear of being judged. Let them judge you. So what? You're fine. At the end of the day, we're existing in a world where we are in a world of thought. This whole reality is a representation or is a result of thought anyway. So people are going to think shit, and it's okay that they think things. You don't have to succumb to that, and you don't have to embrace that or take that on as a part of your reality. Just, okay, they want to say it, let them say it. I don't know the reason why that's coming through, but Spirit is just saying that. For better or for worse, stick to your word. Stick to what it is that you know. Stick to that, and don't allow yourself to fall into anything else that is not in alignment with you. The roads to regret or remorse. I feel that the more you don't allow yourself to be who it is that you are, the more that you repress this energy, you will find yourself moving to this road of regret or remorse, regretting the fact that you didn't live your life to the fullest, and remorse for yourself and others who made you feel like you couldn't do what you wanted to do. Allow yourself to just continue moving forward, pushing forward, and embrace this is part of yourself and express that to the world. The universe is so generous, especially when it comes to those that are very courageous. I do feel that Spirit is asking you to take a leap and to be this pioneering individual, this light bringer. I do feel that even though people see you as a being of darkness, you're actually a light worker. We need to see more of that. I would love to see more of that from you. Don't lie to yourself. And I don't want to say don't lie to yourself, excuse my French for saying that, but I'm asking, or Spirit is asking you to be honest with yourself. You know how to see past the lies and the bullshit. You have eyes that cut like swords. You have eyes that are so piercing that your one look and one gaze will get the truth out of anybody. And Spirit is saying to use that. Spirit is saying to use that, Scorpio. One look and it's a wrap. People cannot escape the gaze of Scorpio. I can, though. I love you guys so much. Right. Oh my goodness. I have Scorpionic tendencies, so I get it. Anyways, so we have a message here. Be open to messages from guides. Be open. I just heard be open to messages from crows, but also be open to messages from winged animals. Animal totems are reptiles, birds, and that's what I'm picking up on. There's something very specific about crocodiles coming through. So yes, and then you have letting go. You are releasing, you're letting go, you're embracing, and you're stepping into a power that is untouched, unmatched, and I am super happy for you. There's so much beauty expressed in your pain. There's so much beauty in suffering as long as you allow yourself to transcend beyond the pain and suffering. And your way of transcending beyond pain and suffering is through expressing your actual self and also sharing this other aspect of yourself with the world. It may come as a surprise to some people, but that is absolutely okay. There are some things that is 100% okay for you to leave sacred. There's nothing wrong with that. Spirit is asking you to show what it is that you know that you can, that you know intuitively is going to benefit you in the world, and to keep other things in secret and leave it a mystery. That is 100% okay as well. Scorpio, I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning into this message with me today. If you need anything from me, you can visit me online at magicofeden.com, where I do have spiritual essentials for you to work your magic. And you can also hold my hand and walk home with me over at Magic of Eden Instagram. Thank you so much for subscribing. Send this to someone that you know that may be able to use it, and I will see you in my next video.